Hey you guys, I just wanted to drop some wisdom before I start the video. Speaking in terms of relationships, understand it is not wise to try to figure out who another person is if you don't understand who you are as a person, right? That's rule number one. Rule number two is you cannot effectively tell a person what you want and or need from a relationship to be fulfilled if you don't know what you want and or need before you're pursuing someone, right? So if you agree with what I'm saying, all right, just stay tuned and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video. All right.
Everybody else basic, you live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower.
All right, welcome back, you guys. First of all, I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you're subscribed, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe. Today we're going to switch it up a little bit. If you guys saw my first video, my intro to my channel, you might remember me saying that I wanted to do quite a bit of different things on this channel. So we're going to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to focus on relationships today. This is something that I really want to, bring and talk about more to my channel, talk about more on my channel, just because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of younger kids as well, and older, adults, could use the guidance and the wisdom. I just feel like there's a lot of people out there that needs guidance in regards to relationships, especially when they're younger, when they may not be as experienced, or maybe they just don't understand exactly how relationships work. So today's topic is love languages. So today we'll be talking about the 5 love languages. If you haven't heard the term love languages, then you're in for a treat. And I feel like you'll get a lot of information, a lot of helpful and effective information from this video. So stay tuned. First of all, let's go into the history of love languages. That term was coined by Gary Chapman. He's an author and a TV host, American author and TV host. So the 5 love languages describes a way in which a person likes to receive love and the way in which they like to give love, right? So I'll go through the 5 love languages, and then I'll describe what they are and how to communicate using that love language, what actions to take, and then what to avoid when a person operates within that love language, all right? So, and I have it written down. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm reading it, reading the definition, and giving you guys all the information, all right? So words of affirmation, how to speak this love language. So this would be like encouragement, affirming, appreciating, and, just nice words. If somebody does something nice for you, you say thank you. You say you're welcome. Those types of things, sending an unexpected text to a loved one, like, hey, babe, I know we haven't talked in a couple hours, so I just wanted to say that I'm thinking of you. That's words of affirmation, and that's how you communicate in that realm of that love language. That's how you speak that love language. Actions to take, like I said, would be sending an unexpected text, leaving a note. Hey, babe, miss you. Hey, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for me. Speaking those words, whether it be through text, on the phone, in person, FaceTime, Skype, speaking those words is that way of speaking that love language, right? So things to avoid would obviously be not recognizing or appreciating effort. Like I said before, if somebody does something nice for me, I say thank you. That may be their love language. They may enjoy and appreciate words of affirmation. When people say thank you or you're welcome, those are the type of things that they really get a kick out of and that they really enjoy, right? So not doing that, not saying thank you, not saying, hey, babe, I love you, I miss you. And if you have somebody whose love language is words of affirmation, that would be a way to not make them feel fulfilled. So moving on, receiving gifts is the next love language that we'll speak of. Receiving gifts is not only the physical gift itself, but the thoughtfulness that goes into the gift, right? So how to communicate receiving gifts, how to speak that love language would be the thoughtfulness of that gift, like I said, but also the physicality of that gift, and, taking your partner's personality, or, whoever it may be in that relationship, that friendship, that partnership, taking them into account and thinking, what will make them happy? Who are they exactly? And what can I get them that would benefit them as a person, benefit their life in some way, form, or fashion, something that they would truly enjoy, right? Gifts. So how to communicate that would simply be, putting thoughts into your gifts. And one way to not speak that language, or to, make the other person who speaks that language not feel satisfied, would be, forgetting special occasions like a birthday, not giving them a gift on their birthday, not giving them a gift on their anniversary. Maybe it's National Friendship Day, and you don't get your friend a gift. That would be a way in which they would feel neglected or hurt because you're not speaking their love language, right? All right, moving on to the next one, quality time. Quality time is simply the alone time that you have with that other person, right? It would be uninterrupted and focused conversations, basically one-on-one time, if possible, right? The actions to take will simply be creating and one-on-one moments that you have with that person. So it could be just you two. If it's a partner, let's say it's a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe you guys have a lot of friends that you go out with. Maybe you have a lot of family members that you guys hang out with and go to dinner with, which is fine. If a person speaks the language of quality time, then they want time where it's just you two, right? They want time where it's just you two alone, spending that time together. And whatever, that it encompasses, whatever that includes, they just want to spend time together, just you two, to focus on each other, right? So that's how, that's the actions to take. Things to avoid will obviously be, distractions when spending time together. Let's say you guys are alone, you and your significant other, and you constantly are on your phone, constantly picking up your phone, answering, hey, yeah, I'm not busy. That would be a way to hurt the other person and to make them feel unsatisfied and not happy in that relationship, in that situation, because you're not speaking their love language, right? All right, so the next one, the fourth one, acts of service. Acts of service is doing, gestures, letting them know that you're wanting to help or to lighten their load in whatever way that manifests itself, right? So an action to take would be something like making breakfast in bed. Hey, babe, I know you've been working all week. You've been doing a hell of a job. Here's breakfast in bed. Don't get up. I got the kids today. Little things like that, taking action and just making them feel less stressed, just going out of your way to physically help them, whether it be cleaning the house, whether it be, changing diapers or, getting the kids from school that week. That will be a way to make them happy and to speak their love language, right? All right, so things to avoid, obviously, would be lacking follow-through on small and large tasks and saying like, hey, babe, I got the kids this week. Don't worry about it. I'll pick them up from school. And then just saying every day like, hey, I can't do that. I'm busy with work. That's one way to make them feel unsatisfied and make them feel like you're not speaking the language that they want you to speak, right? Like you're not loving them. All right, so that's that one. And if you guys have any questions about these love languages, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. My Instagram, my Snapchat, Facebook, and everything will be in the description. So go ahead, message me. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And I would love to, shed light on what I'm saying. And if you have any other issues or problems that you want to speak about with me, I would love to, lend a hand and lend an ear, and lend some wisdom as well. Drop some jewels for you guys. All right. Last but not least is my love language, which is physical touch, right? All right. So physical touch is the nonverbal use of body language and touch to show one's love, one's affection for that other person, right? And it doesn't have to necessarily be sexual. Like I said, if it's a partnership, friendship, maybe it's a hug, maybe it's a high five, maybe it's, holding hands if it is a significant other, right? So the actions to take would be hugs, kisses, cuddling, and let's just stay on the topic of like romantic relationships, right? Because you typically don't touch other people, if they're not your significant other. I'm just saying, I don't. But yeah, so it would be like hugs, kisses, cuddling, intimacy, right? And then one way to make that person who speaks this love language feel unwanted, unloved, is to avoid them physically. Not wanting to hug them, not wanting to kiss them, not wanting to be involved with them intimately, right? And this, I'm gonna go off topic a little bit. I'm gonna go off, off the rails a little bit. I don't think that many people know about love languages, because if they did, then they would understand that no love language is greater than the other, right? And we all operate, like, obviously I want quality time and all that stuff as well, but we all have one that we would prefer, to be top of the line. Physical touch for me is top of the line. If, we have everything else, quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, what else? Receiving gifts. If we have all that, but we don't have physical touch, if we're not physically, touching each other, holding hands, kissing, hugging, all that stuff, if we're not doing that, then I will feel unloved, no matter how much attention you give me, how much quality time, because those aren't my preferred, love languages. There's something that I enjoy, yes, and it, in the totality of a relationship, I want all of these, but physical touch for me is very important. That's my way of showing love. Just holding hands, something as small as holding hands, gives me a rush and just makes me feel connected to that person. Just like a conversation, or just maybe like, receiving a gift from a person may make a person feel some type of way towards that other person, right? This is something, like I said, I'm not gonna jump too far into it, just because this is a conversation for another video. But definitely physical touch is a love language that a lot of guys speak, and women don't understand that. Like, I'm gonna be honest, women don't understand that. People don't understand the love language that they speak. They don't know how to explain it really, right? So I am gonna leave a link in the description. It's a website where you can answer like 6, 7, 8 questions, and then it'll show you or tell you which love language you are. You can easily use the diagram that I'm going to leave, that I don't have the rights to, that I'm going to leave at the end of this video, and you can go through and decide which one is like your prime one. But besides that, that's all I have. Like I said, this topic, the topic of physical touch, is something that I really want to dive into and discuss more, just because like I said, I'm a very physical person. I'm a very affectionate person. But I feel like in this day and age, physicality, sex, holding hands, all of that stuff, intimacy, it gets perverted, and it gets, it kind of gets put on the back burner. It's kind of like a bad thing, or it gets looked at as a bad thing if a guy says, oh, I need intimacy, I need affection, I need physical touch, right? Oh, he's just in it for the sex. He just, wants this, wants that. That's all he wants. No, that's the way in which they speak their love language, right? It's no different than a guy who's in a relationship with a woman, and a woman whose love language, let's say, is words of affirmation. If he's not complimenting her, if he's not, uplifting her, giving those words like, hey, babe, I love you, you're the best thing that ever happened to me, I couldn't imagine myself without you. She eats that. She feeds off of that, right? That shows her, that communicates with her the best. That's the best way to communicate with her and let her know, babe, I love you, right? Physical touch is no different. Physical touch is no different. It's the same thing. Communicating to that person, hey, this is your love language. This is how you want me to communicate with you, and this is how I want to communicate. This is how you want me to communicate with you, and this is how you communicate with me. Physical touch. all right, you know, I may not be the most affectionate person, but I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to go out of my way to kiss you, to cuddle you, right? It's just a matter of communicating and then having that respect for the other person and wanting to make them understand and show them that you love them in their terms, in the way that they want, not the way that you feel that they should accept, right? Like I said, a story for another day, a video for another day, long topic. I can go for hours on relationships, intimacy, all that stuff, breakups. Like I said, this is gonna be a segment or a portion of what I post. I love talking about relationships and just, you know, lending that wisdom and that dropping those jewels to help people in this day and age where dating, where knowing who other people are, knowing who's best for you, you know, and just honestly knowing yourself in a relationship before you even get in a relationship, knowing who you are and what you want and need out of that relationship. That's something that this generation needs more than I've ever seen, like, for real. Like, I'm not that old, but I'm just saying this generation needs this. So definitely stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't. Let me know what you guys think of the video. And seriously, thank you guys for watching. All right, peace out. Love.